Good morning, pregame crew. It is Thursday, February 17th, 2022, 8:25 a.m. Eastern, 6:25 a.m. Mountain Time. Y'all are so funny. It is 8:25. I'm 5 minutes early. Where you at, Lori? Hey, Jorge. Hey, Joe, Matt. Audio-visual check, please. Hey, Keggers, Jose, Mary, Blue Dog, Mal. Lisa Dove, how are ya? Veronica, Argilio, Fat N, Amera, Asia, Night Truck, Topher, Piyush, Tammy. If I mispronounce your name, it's not because I'm trying to, it's because I have a terrible accent and maybe I'm just not cultured enough to know your name. Hey, Mark, how are ya? 4-hour inside bar, that's the name of the game. If you want a cheat sheet of what today is about at the moment, is 4-hour inside bar, and it could set the tone of how we start the day. Lots of headline news. Come on, pre-gamers, hit that like button. Yeah. Hey, Matthew. I'm checking everything. It looks like everything's okay. I hope you are well. Come on, Chuck. Where are ya? Just kidding. Audio visual check. Feedback, please. We have jobless claims in 4 minutes. Now remember, when we have jobs numbers, it always sounds like daunting, like, oh gosh, what's going to happen, ominous. But we have jobless claims every Thursday morning, so this is not a different Thursday. On Fridays, once a month, we have ADP numbers, and that's a different type of jobs number. So just recognize that. Hi, Ty. How are you? All right, I'm just going to wait here. I'm not going to get started till I know you can hear me. I hope you are well. I hope the FOMC minutes didn't shock you too much yesterday, and I'll go over why we had a more volatile reaction than we normally do. We typically don't see that type of volatility to minutes because there should be no surprises in there. But Bullard changed things for us this time, so that's why it was a little bit different. All right. What's going on with Bitcoin? Oh, that is a big drop. Hey, y'all. Hey, Brandon. You can hear me, King Ozzy? Jorge, Chuck, thank you. Hey, Joe. Hey, Argilio. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, big dump on Bitcoin. So just Bitcoin has been king leader. So this is how it's been going. Here's been our canaries telling us what's happening first. Bitcoin, King Bitcoin, then IWM, and then we could get laggard moves on ES. So this is a little bit more ominous for the market with Bitcoin already taking a dive and breaking its downside. So just be careful here with the market. It isn't a good sign. Hi, Ian, Rory, Agent, Davey Baby. Gold is over resistance. Awesome. Hey, Derek, Script Shaman, good morning. Yeah, tell them to hit that like button. Hey, y'all. Hey, Kelvin. Does anyone have a request before we get started? I will be going over indices, crypto, commodities, movers, and shakers of the day. And this is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. We have a thriving community of 1,066 of my closest friends, and I've got lots of warnings over here. Lots, not warnings, but messages. So let me make sure they're not warning me that I'm having some type of throttling issue. You can't hear me. Says sound is working. Tammy, can you hear me now? Okay, got a few messages. Let me make sure everything's okay. Yes, Piyush, I responded to you earlier when you asked the question. Do I analyze? Yes, I always look at the overall. I always look at overall market sentiment before I make a trade. Yes. So Piyush, what I went over, and we have a PDF that we will release on my actual chart setup that we will be releasing sometime this week, most likely. But it's this. It's JC inside bars. Let me show you here. Right here. JC inside bars. It's an indicator on TradingView, and I toggle this indicator on, and then it paints all my inside bars yellow. perfect. Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, did anyone have a request? Okay, it's 6:30, so request time is over. Sorry. Hey, Greg, good morning to you, Robert and Mike, King Ozzy. Y'all are the best. All right, let's get started. I'll just introduce myself one more time. I'm Chart Gal Lori, part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis, and basically we teach you how to calculate probabilities based on the chart setup and enter trades accordingly and manage risk accordingly while helping you with trading psychology. That's what we do. And what I do Monday through Friday at 8:30 Eastern for about 25 minutes is I rip through charts and I get you ready for the trading day by giving you context on the indices, which includes ES, Nasdaq, Dow, and the Russell. I also go over commodities, crypto, and then movers and shakers of the day. One thing I want to look to add in the future is maybe add a mover and shaker for crypto in the future, but you'll have to give me time on that. That takes a lot more groundwork in the morning, and currently I work on this for about 3 hours pre-market on the average to get ready for this show for 25 minutes. So if you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notify button, and our goal in TCG is to help you with a trading plan. So if you're interested in learning how to develop a trading plan, you can look in the comments below on our video and you can click on that link and it'll take you to a PDF that explains how to just create a trading plan template. So let's get started. Regardless of that Bitcoin dive, we currently have 4-hour inside bars on ES and we're being suppressed by the 4-hour EMA, and we have been since February 10th. So it's February 17th. So for a whole week, we've been trading under that 4-hour 50 EMA. When you have something that stands out so greatly, like one EMA suppressing price on a certain time frame for 7 days in a row, it just shows you that is the hurdle to get over. Price is king, queen, and prince and princess, and all these other indicators and EMAs are very much secondary and tertiary. Price action is number one. And yesterday we were unable to get over that 45.20, and that's what we were looking for on that 12-hour chart is a potential lower high. We set it on that FOMC reaction on the minutes. What happened there? So what happened? Post FOMC minutes hangover. So why was there a volatile reaction? It was minutes. We should have known everything that was said. There were zero surprises in the minutes yesterday. So why did we have a volatile bullish reaction? Because of Bullard. Bullard's public statements in between the FOMC, so the FOMC meeting happened a couple weeks ago, and then in between the meeting and the minutes, Bullard happened. Bullard is one of the people who sit on the FOMC, one of the Fed presidents, and he made very hawkish comments saying there should be higher interest rate hikes and more and sooner. And that was a surprise because that's not what they said at their meeting. So then everybody pumped the brakes and the market started pulling back based on Bullard's comments. But what the minutes did is prove that the overall FOMC, they're dovish, and Bullard's comments were a one-off. He's a one-man show over here. So that made the whole market like just a sigh of relief. It doesn't look like we're having a volatile reaction to the jobless claim, so that's good. So the FOMC minutes just clarified Bullard was a one-man show, and it proved that the overall FOMC is more dovish. It eased the market's angst. So what did that leave us with? Same old, same old. We're still in the potential weekly equilibrium that is under construction. And right now we have tightening ranges on our Fab 4 futures. US 10 years in a 4-hour tightening range. VIX is in a tightening range, but what the market bulls want to see is a lower high on deck for VIX, and Bitcoin hourly lower high and Ethereum lower high is most likely scenario. And looks like since I've typed this has been the scenario. So the resistance on this 4-hour inside bar is 4468, then support 4437. Again, 4468, 4437. So we are 2 hours. So for 6 hours, we have been contained within this range, which is normal. Actually, if you take the mother range of 4468 and 4435, we have been contained in this range for 8.5 hours. And that's good. The more sideways we go as day traders, momentum traders, the more sideways that we go, the more pressure is building. And we see the squeeze happening here. Look at this. Squeeze is happening. That means that we have got pressure building right here, pressure building. And when that pressure cooker lid is blown off, we will have potentially nice follow through to the upside or to the downside, depending on which way it goes. What is a clue as to what direction it could go? Two clues. What is the preceding trend? And that is up, even though ever so slightly small. And we're holding the 50 RSI, declining bear volume. So there's 3 clues. Preceding trend is up, RSI is holding 50, and we have declining bear volume on the sideways action. So that's the overall clue for the day. If I had to pick a direction, I'm going to use VIX. Can I phone a friend? I'm phoning friend VIX. Tell me what's going to happen today. And what I'm seeing on VIX is a potential 4-hour lower high compared to 27.09. So this resistance right here, oh, I just got rid of my lines. So 27.09 is the level today. And I'm looking for a potential lower high compared to 27.09. And this resistance of 26.14 is from the hourly, and key support is 23.88 double bottom. So this VIX 4-hour lower high, meaning the odds favor a lower high compared to 27.09, has me, that's my 4th reason to look bullish. Preceding trend, RSI above 50, and we have declining bear volume, and my other market sentiment check, VIX, potential 4-hour lower high on the table. US 10-year, now we're trading sideways on the 4-hour, but let's look at it on the 6-hour. I think, was it 6 or 12? On the 12-hour, a lower high is still anticipated compared to 2063. That's the 5th reason I'm looking bullish, because we need the US 10-year to go ahead and red rover, roll over, so the Nasdaq can get some reprieve. A high interest rate is the most bearish headwind for technology companies because of they have the most debt on their balance sheet and discounted cash flows. Just measuring their actual value today, net present value, it hurts tech because they're the largest companies on market cap, cash on hand, and debt. So it is the most bearish for tech. So that's 5 reasons I'm looking more bullish. So you see how I stepped outside of ES price action to go gather clues. I tell y'all almost every day, I wake up around 3 in the morning and I dump all the puzzle pieces that were thrown out overnight on the floor, and I pick up each puzzle piece. One puzzle piece is what's going on in the financial sector, what's going on with US 10-year. Another puzzle piece is the VIX. Another puzzle piece is, crypto. So we're looking at all these things. The only fly in the ointment today is Bitcoin. King Bitcoin, if I'm looking to it for leadership, it just dumped. So that's the fly in the ointment for the overall thesis. Okay, so ES, we went over that. Let me go back to 4-hour. Nasdaq, what do we have? 4-hour inside bars being suppressed by the 4-hour 50 MA. We've seen that before. And look at this, we're holding the 50 RSI, declining bear volume overnight as we tighten and tighten. We don't have a squeeze on the 4-hour, which is interesting with this tightening range. ES is definitely building more pressure for a potential volatile reaction. So US 10-year, we went over that. RTY, what's not under the 4-hour 50 MA? Let's look at this again. So ES, where's the yellow line? That's my 50 MA. We're under. Nasdaq, under. YM, way under. What are we above? RTY. RTY, here's that yellow line. We are above. So RTY continues to be our leader out of this Michigas. So on RTY, your resistance is 207.480, support 205.7. Nasdaq, your resistance is, Nasdaq, your resistance is 14584, and support is 14468. On Dow, we have a 4-hour EQ. So we are tightening inside the prior range. We broke it by $2, but I'm still calling this an inside bar. We have resistance at 34849 and support 34629. I believe we have John Deere earnings tomorrow morning. Please check that. I was looking at names like Honeywell earlier, trying to determine could it be a trade here with this tightening range because we had a daily inside bar. And then I remembered we have Deere because this isn't a falling wedge. I think they would take my title of chart gal away from me if I called this a falling wedge. It had that look, but the lower lows are getting followed through. So I was looking at this morning as a possible trade for us, and I remembered John Deere earnings tomorrow, so I kind of shied away from it. If this is something that floats your boat or gets your goat, then you may want to trade Honeywell today. Daily inside bar resistance 189.93, support 186.53. VIX, we talked about that. We're looking for that 4-hour lower high. These lower high attempts on VIX and US 10-year have been really fueling our information that we get flowing in the morning toward the bullish side, because it shows us lower highs are on deck. Doesn't mean bounces can't be a headwind for the indices, but it does help us figure stuff out. On Bitcoin, 4-hour, we have lost the uptrend. So now on the daily, we have enough room for a higher low. What's our retrace? So we have retraced 70% of this move from Valentine's Day to February 15th. From that swing low to swing high, we have retraced about 70%. Now, on a bounce, Bitcoin bears are going to be looking to top fish 447.7596 because of the amount in which we have pulled back. Ethereum. Oh, thanks, Chris. Thanks for confirming that John Deere is tomorrow. All right. Let's look at the pullback on Ethereum, because this looks healthier. Yeah, we've only retraced 50% on Ethereum, meaning we have an opportunity to get a higher high on Ethereum relative to Bitcoin if we were to bounce from here. But if King Bitcoin is only bouncing to a lower high, would that help Ethereum get any follow through on a daily higher high? Most likely not, but it's something we need to keep in mind. And Bitcoin is hourly oversold yet. Yes, hourly oversold as we look for a daily higher low, a bottom fish level on Bitcoin, 42433 to remember. Gold is going bonkers. And I think Chark Aldenzi pointed out yesterday that gold is more attractive than the other risk-off assets in this war environment because it's more liquid than things like Bitcoin. So I thought that was a great point. Dan also made that point on yesterday's aftermarket review. If you don't watch his aftermarket review, you're just really missing out on so many different tips. And we give that away for free Monday through Thursday to the public. It's crazy. We give away so much information for free. His market review Monday through Thursday, my pregame show 5 days a week. That's 9 different instances where you can gather technical analysis education, and it's free. It's crazy. 1 second. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate y'all. My TCG team just let me know everything's good. So the target on this gold move is 1904, barring any news, war news. We did have war news come out that the United Nations, I believe, said that there's an envoy on the way to Ukraine from Russia. So they are being very cautious right now with Russia. What Russia says they're doing versus what they're actually doing is different. You know what that reminds me of? My first husband, he did that. What he said he was going to do, I'll send that check. And what he really did, never got a check ever. 2 different things, divergence. So Russia, we have divergence in their communication. They say they're pulling out of Ukraine, and then we find out otherwise. So I'm just going to call Russia Dwayne. So you have some resistance 1919 on the weekly on gold. So we have gotten through that key resistance on gold. What a mega move. And look at this squeeze. And do I like what I'm seeing? Oh, thank you. Yep, PLTR earnings, they missed. And I'm going to get back to gold. PLTR earnings, let me show you. Earnings, this is what was expected of them. 0.04. And what actually happened is actually 0.034. And what they did was 0.02. That looks minuscule. Oh, they missed by 1.5 pennies. No. That's a 50% miss. That's terrible. So that's why PLTR is getting smacked. Okay, so gold, it has a squeeze and we have runway left. Look at this runway. We have runway left on the weekly. On the daily, we're getting overbought. On the 4-hour, we're overbought. And on the hourly, we're overbought. But what diminishes the weighting that gold has on, RSI has on charts? News. So we have news. We have war. So I don't know that I can trust these overbought signals on gold as long as the news keeps feeding these war headlines. I can't get in the way of this gold bull train. So I would be cautious shorting gold, even though we're overbought on lots of time frames up to the daily because of this war headline. 1919 is the resistance that everyone will be watching. But if you got this gold move, congratulations. Dan has been pounding the table in this 2-week tightening range, and I just couldn't see the forest for the trees. I just didn't like the daily potential or the weekly potential of getting a weekly lower high, and just prove that news can just blast right through it. Support 1884. Oil. All right. Oil. If you got this top fish, congratulations. This was the top fish of the week. Top fishing this 95.82 after the oil inventory. It was amazing. Joey got part of it. Bless his heart. That was an amazing trade. He posts about the setup, everything over in Commodities channel. It was just absolutely brilliant. So this may help gas prices go down, but Russia news could continue to juice this. But you see how what we talked about yesterday is every war headline will diminish that juicing of Lockheed Martin. But gold, it did not, of oil. So oil, the juicing of oil has really slowed down, which that helps Russia. I know Russia wants to continue to give these war headlines and give fear that oil supply would be decreasing because that would help the price of oil. But it has stopped helping the price of oil. So I'd be careful bullish on oil. I think there's top fishing opportunities. Nat Gas has inventory today at 10:30, so I don't want to trade Nat Gas right now, but after inventory, if we could spike toward 4793, I have to write that down. I don't want to miss this trade today. A Nat Gas top fish compared to 4793. Apple, it played out very well yesterday. We got that top fish, but now we just have to be on the lookout for this potential broadening formation here. So this is messy here on the backside, but we just keep getting these higher highs with very little follow through, so they're not very believable. So just recognize that you have support at 170.18 and 170.05. Apple is super important to the market. I was looking for a top fish yesterday. The minutes we got the top fish at the open, but then the minutes pushed it up to a higher high with very little follow through. So on any pop, I'd look for a short on Apple. Amazon had great news after hours about some investor. So I think a bottom fish buy of around 315690 makes sense, but only if Nasdaq can bounce. And right now we're still pulling back pretty hard. And we have lost that 4-hour inside bar, but we have not lost the 4-hour higher low. So now 14381 becomes the key. We got to hold that. So I'm going to go set an alarm. Tell me when we get to 14. I want to be able to bottom fish this 14381 the closer we get to it. Facebook. Fred. Oy vey. So Facebook, on Dan's market review yesterday, he talked about Facebook with a potential falling wedge. Why we keep getting these lower lows with very little follow through. We got a potential 4-hour falling wedge on deck. I like a bottom fish of 213.37, and then your ultimate must hold level 212. If not, this potential falling wedge isn't done yet. So Facebook is one of my queen of the mountain trades today if the market can get bouncing. First Solar. Okay, I thought this was a really interesting chart. So maybe I'll call this a king of the mountain, queen of the mountain, but a king of the mountain swing idea. So what we're looking for is a monthly higher low. And you know that last year, some of Dan's best trades for swings were trying to nail that monthly higher low. So we broke the monthly higher low by 32 cents. That does not a bear break make. So I went and looked at the weekly. We have earnings next week. That's something to be aware of. We have daily inside bar with potential daily falling wedge with a monthly double bottom. Volatility is imminent. Your daily resistance 72.07, support 70.07. I like a bull buy of First Solar. Here's the falling wedges that I'm watching. Facebook, First Solar, and Target. Target, I talked to you a couple weeks ago. It hasn't come to fruition. However, it made another lower low without a lot of follow through, so it's still on my radar. FSLY, they had earnings. They are getting boondoggled, whatever that word means. But they are getting hit hard. 1950 is the support from the low of earnings reaction, and we have a lot of support in the 1945 area, and that can get totally flushed on whatever bad stuff they did yesterday with earnings. But I think a bottom fish of 1950 makes sense. I'm going to go say 1955 so I can watch it. Tell me when First Solar if it gets to 1955, I would be interested in a bottom fish. That's my thesis, but I need price to react at that level. I'm not just going to blindly buy. I need to have my fishing pole sitting there and my edge present. What? My edge. We went over the edge yesterday. GDS. This is probably one of the most interesting charts out there for me. Look at these weekly inside bars. I don't even know what they do. Data processing. I don't even know. So anyway, weekly inside bars. So this is the second inside bar. And it may take until earnings March. Nope, that's too far away. It should break before then. Look at this daily EQ. You can print that and put that on mom's refrigerator right there. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Daily inside bars, weekly double inside bars. This thing is beautiful and primed. So I want to be a buyer. I'm just going to set an alert for $42. Pretty far away from support, not too far though, where at least I can pull the chart up and watch it. So watch GDS compared to 41.16, a dip buy may be in order at that area. Monster's the other falling wedge, monthly high or low on the table. So look at this chart. So monthly high or low 80.92, and we hit 81.08 yesterday. Someone initiated coverage today on Monster, and the price target's higher than where it is now. So it made me go look at the weekly, then the daily. And this has a falling wedge. Look, you see how we got that lower low without a lot of follow through? I like this. So I like a potential dip buy compared to like 81.59. So a dip buy. So let me go set an alert for it. Do I trade all of these? No. If I get an alert and I don't have a lot of other trades on, I'll go look at the chart and see if I want it. I like Monster. All right. Support for Bitcoin. Sorry, let me go back. Support for Bitcoin. I think I gave it to you, but let me see. Right here at 42433. Okay, did we break below that? Yes. Okay, so your next support is 42,000 and then 41800. mRNA, nice tight range, double D's. We got double daily inside bars. Resistance 15239, support 14450. So I like this tightening range, and what you do is you just look to position yourself within that range. The preceding trend is down, so if you want to top fish 152.30 area, that makes sense. NVIDIA. Hey, Davey baby, it does look like it's happening. It sure does on that diamond reversal pattern. Davey was calling out to me this morning. Yep, sure does. I kind of liked it better on the 2-hour, I believe. Yeah, so Davey was commenting on this potential diamond bearish reversal pattern, and I just didn't like that it didn't have the standard higher high, even though it did by $1.50. I just didn't know if that would be acceptable because it's more of a double top, but it does look like it's happening. Your next support, 442275. NVIDIA. I don't see a clear trade on this. I just have it on my radar because I knew I'd get asked about it. So what I did is just a pull from the earnings after hours low to high. And I would say 254.20 is a logical bottom fish area if you want to try to dip by NVIDIA. Below that, I got nothing for you. PLTR, same thing. I just did the fib pull for you, and we have support at 1189 and 1175. So you'll probably have a lot of dip buyers sitting here at $12. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would be out if 1189 is lost, and then watch that 1175 area. Tesla. Yes, Monster is in a monthly downtrend, but I was looking at monthly double bottom hold potential. So on Tesla, potential dip buy in this 909 area, and then if we were to make it up to on any bounce to that 926 area, I would look for a short, and every bear and their mother, brother, and first cousin are watching that 947 area. Walmart had earnings reaction, so we have 15-minute inside bars, resistance 13671, support 13359. And on the daily, we have a double bottom. So I am leaning long because we're so close to support. So I like a bottom fish of Walmart compared to 132.70 and 132.71. Okay, I made it through the charts. Woohoo! Let's look at NEO. Okay, and Square is next. NEO, daily inside bar resistance, 25.84, support 25.85. Bulls want this low to hold of 23.34 to establish that daily higher low and then possibly move higher. So daily inside bar is what's on the table. You're welcome, Ricky. Square and then coin, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Denzi will be live in 6 minutes. Square, potential weekly bear flag on the table. We're still within inside last week's range. Earnings next week on my dog's birthday. Tough chart. Bulls haven't proven a lot. You need to hold 106.63. That's a dip buy area. Otherwise, weekly bear flag could be confirmed. All right, coin, and then I'm done. Coin, we're inside last week's range, high of 217.49, low of 191.02. I would be looking bearish today because of Bitcoin just losing that support. Resistance is up at pre-market 207 and then 214.02. I would look to short a bounce. All right, that's it for me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go check out our trading plan that's down in the comments below on this video. Go click that link and see how you can develop a trading plan. And if you're not a TCG member, why not? Follow me on Twitter, ChartGalLori. I promise not to spam you. All right, that's it for me. Use stop losses.